Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into building with stone from materials to masterpieces. We're going on a journey, literally tracing the massive geological footprint of Indian construction stones all the way down to mastering a very crucial hands-on masonry technique. Let's jump right in. So, what exactly is holding up the stone structures in your own home? Think about it. Under the polish of that kitchen counter or right behind your plaster walls lies, well, ancient earth. And builders didn't just pick it randomly. It was selected for a highly specific architectural purpose. You see, depending on where you are in the country, the ground literally offers up different natural stones to solve very distinct building challenges. Which brings us to Section 1, 4 essential construction stones. Let's start with granite. This is absolutely the high-strength heavyweight of the construction world. Originating as an igneous rock, mostly down in southern India, it's incredibly tough. But you know what its real superpower is? Low water absorption. That unique combo of sheer strength and moisture resistance? Yeah, that makes it the absolute non-negotiable choice for heavy-duty, high-spill areas. Think foundations, floors, and kitchen slabs. Now, if granite is our unyielding heavyweight, marble is the carvable beauty. Sourced largely from central and western India, marble essentially trades that raw hardness for incredible workability. Because it's so easily carved and takes on just a brilliant sheen, builders absolutely rely on it to bring elegance to a space. It's a total staple for sweeping floors, intricate stairs, and really high-end decorative pieces. Then we have basalt. This one is a stubborn, unyielding volcanic rock that pretty much acts as the backbone of heavy construction. Formed from cooled lava, this distinctively black stone is notoriously hard. It's way too hard for delicate carving, so instead, basalt is crushed up and used as a crucial aggregate in making high-strength concrete. And rounding out our primary stones is sandstone, what I like to call the colorful shake-shifter. While it definitely lacks the sheer strength of granite or basalt, its lower density is actually a massive advantage for artisans. It's available in a huge array of colors all across India, and it can be sculpted into almost any shape you can imagine. That makes it a huge favorite for ornate columns and beautifully patterned exterior walls. So putting it all together here, choosing the right material really isn't just about aesthetics, right? It's about matching the Earth's natural properties to your structural demands. A stone's regional origin directly dictates its absolute best application in your home, all the way from the volcanic toughness of basalt or concrete, right, to the sculptable nature of central Indian marble for our stairs. All right, let's move to Section 2, other regional stone options. Because honestly, before we move from materials to actual building techniques, we have to acknowledge the broader catalog. Beyond those big four, regional geology completely dictates the local vernacular. Depending on exactly where a project is located, builders across India also frequently rely on things like laterite, gneiss, slate, and limestone. It's a constant, pretty amazing reminder that local earth almost always dictates local architecture. Okay, on to Section 3, mastering the rubble wall. Let's get hands-on. Listen to this stonemason's golden rule for a second. The back of your wall or the inside of your wall is just as important as the bonding for here. I love that. True structural integrity isn't just about a beautiful facade. It's so incredibly tempting to focus only on the face everyone sees, but expert masons know the hidden core demands the exact same rigor. Building a rubble wall is essentially a high-stakes, extremely heavy puzzle. To prevent the whole thing from just splitting apart under its own weight, you've got to select stones that perfectly lock into the internal angles below them. A really well-placed stone bonds across the wall, securing the front and the back simultaneously. This way, as more weight gets added on top, the entire structure is tied tightly together. But you might be wondering, what happens when those inevitable internal gaps pop up? Let's break it down step by step. First, you fit your main stone to bond the front and back. Second, you push wet mortar deep into those joints. But here's the thing, mortar alone isn't going to secure a massive gap. So the crucial third step is to take an off-cutter, which masons call a scalp, and physically force it down into that wet joint. Why go through all that trouble? Well, if a joint is large, simply buttering it up with a thick layer of mortar leaves the wall highly vulnerable. Over decades, mortar can shrink, it can crack, or even wash out entirely. By wedging a solid scalp stone directly into that gap, you're replacing weak empty space with a rock-solid connection. You pack the core, which literally forces the wall to act as one unified, monolithic mass. It's the literal nuts and bolts of keeping the wall solid. And that brings us to Section 4, your rock-solid takeaways. We've successfully traced this incredible journey, seeing how a stone's very nature dictates its use and how master masons take wildly different materials and lock them together with unseen bonds and hidden scalps. The true beauty of a stone building isn't just the polish on the facade. It's the profound, enduring connection holding the core together. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. Next time you look at a stone structure, will you just see the surface? Or will you actually see the unseen bonds keeping it alive? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.